I used to be a big NASA fan. I was a NASA junkie. I loved to study the stuff that NASA put out for us to learn, in quotes, about our supposed solar system and galaxies and universes. And this is one of the books that I had that I just loved, and I just, poured through and read every word of and studied these pictures, supposed pictures and stuff. And one of the things that I noticed in this book was really interesting. It's at the very end. So basically, this book, is just your typical NASA book. It's going to show us our universe and the planets and the stars and these enhanced pictures that we've all seen so many times. So we get to the very end and they show us this. And they say that this is 13.4 billion light years away from here on Earth. And more importantly, let's read it. Having closed to within a mere 379,000 years of the Big Bang, a wall of microwave radiation marks the end of our journey. For beyond this horizon, an ocean of superheated plasma impedes light's progress. From this primeval vantage point, we can discern the overall shape of our cosmic habitat. We may not live on a flat Earth, but we do live in a flat universe. We do? Isn't that interesting that NASA is telling us that we for sure live in a flat universe? Look how old this book is. It's totally coming apart. NASA tells us that we live in a flat universe. And this is the depiction that they give in this book of what this universe looks like, supposedly. Now, I'd like to point out that NASA says that the universe is flat, but that the planet that we live on is spherical. Whereas in Hindu cosmology and creation story, it is the earth that is a flat lotus leaf-like plane, and it is the universe that is egg-shaped. And I'll put a picture of that egg-shaped universe here. I just think that's interesting. What do you think? Yeah, so for anybody that wants to tell me how low my IQ is and how dumb and willfully ignorant I am as a person who doesn't buy into anymore, I used to buy it. Hook, line, and sinker, I bought it. The NASA stuff. And you know what stopped me? You know what was the beginning of the end? Was that I'm watching all of these NASA shows and all I'm watching is cartoons. And I got sick of it. This is before I knew anything about anything. This is before I had ever learned anything about conspiracy theories at all, or different types of ideas about things that were outside of the mainstream. It was that I was being shown cartoons. I wanted to see what the Hubble telescope was looking at, what all the satellites are supposedly looking at. Why do we not just have live feeds and documentaries about what we actually see, not a bunch of animation? I got sick of it. And so that, me getting sick of seeing cartoons from NASA, was probably the very beginning of the end of my indoctrination and the beginning of me being able to conceive that this might be bullshit. And over the next, several years, I found out that most of what I had been taught was wrong. So anyway, what do you think about this flat universe thing? What do you think about NASA saying the universe is flat, but that the planets are round, or at least this planet is round, compared to the Hindus' cosmology saying that the universe is like encased in an egg-like shaped thing with all these different levels and dimensions within it. And that the plane the platform we live on is actually round but lotus leaf-like in its flatness or levelness. Just wondering. See ya.